Welcome to the pre-fire strafe masterclass of boot camp. Goes a little something like this. Go corridor, start running, pre-fire, see person, knock them, pre-fire, see person, knock them, reload, push, see person, clear them, reload, get ready, see person, don't thirst, kill partner, repeat, rinse, champion! Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to channel. I'm Bushka, and if this is your first time here, well, buckle up, because we're going to be learning a little bit about PUBG Mobile today. This video is brought to you by PUBG Mobile, and I'm going to be talking about the brand spanking new addition to the interface, the climb button, the vault button, as they call it in the PC world, and how incredibly game-changing it is for you and your movement. And I mean game-changing. The fluidity of movement you can get when you're not worried about climbing up on a railing and you can just jump on it is crazy. I'll show you. Watch this. This is so fast, and this is in the final circle. Just jump. You don't try and slowly climb over and jump down. And that lets you just shred. Now you can see I've got a jump button on my left mid-screen and a climb button on the left of my screen. And that's revolutionized the way I move around the map and my ability to be far more fluid in that movement. And the reason I'm so excited about this is I went back and started watching some footage, and the way I edit is pretty interesting. Well, it is to me anyway. It's developed over time, and what I'll do is I'll take a big session of gameplay, say 3 or 4 hours, and I'll start cutting clips of that gameplay up into smaller versions and renaming those clips something so that basically a theme develops, and I'll say vaulting, or good gameplay, or good movement, or aiming, or advanced grenades, whatever it is, and that develops, and then I start looking for footage and I start working towards that video. So it can take a while, but this one was pretty much instantaneous. Now, if you want to enable that, you have to go into the basics section of the settings, and you can see there that you've got jump, climb, damage effect, healing prompt, all that, and they're all enabled, and whatever you want to do. And the reason it's really important, well, it's twofold. One is it will allow you to move faster around the map. It will allow you to move faster around the map. Now, it's more difficult to do that, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Just because something is a little bit tough or a little bit different doesn't mean you should change and not do that. And you can see I have all my action buttons on the left, and then my aiming and my firing buttons on the right. It's just how I do my claw setup. I've got a great video on sensitivity, on my claw setup and everything. Go and check that out. It's in the most requested playlist. One of the big problems with running around with just a jump button is that when you try and move quickly, and I've said this a million times before, I like doing floor is lava, right? If I'm running around Paradise Resort, I will be jumping from one box to the next, one wall to the next. I'll be moving and shaking all the time and learning how to move my character really, really quickly. And if you don't have the separation of these two buttons, what will often happen is as you try to jump distances off little ledges, the game will actually make you climb over that ledge, and that'll slow you down. It also creates a very, very easy target. And you're going to see in just a second, watch this next little session of play where there is a light railing there, there's a ledge. I can jump over that ledge. Now, each step up on the divider between the two areas of Paradise Resort there, if you press that normally, it would make you climb. But I'm pressing the jump button and not the climb button. So the game allows me to move there very, very quickly without any slowdown, with any motion, without anything that's a worry at all. I'm going to show you here, there's two instances. One, when I leap this little wall that could have resulted in a climb if I didn't have the buttons separated. And two, when I go up on this terrace, that would also have resulted in a climb if I didn't have the buttons separated. And those two climbs would have meant that by the time I got up here, the guy either would have heard me or he would have been all the way around and I wouldn't have had this shot. As it was, he was completely bamboozled and absolutely at 6s and 7s. And the other thing is you climb through windows, which is a shocker when you're under fire by pressing. And you can see people getting stuck climbing through windows is bad news. It's not fun for anyone. In fact, it's something that I've had happen to me a bunch of times. And you can see there again, jumping over that low wall instead of climbing over it allows me to get there with very, very little risk and get involved. And jumping over this low wall, again, allows me to get there with very, very little risk. Like, there's a huge difference between climbing and jumping over those walls. In fact, it's so important because Speed is everything in PUBG Mobile. A fast push and a lightning reaction to a tactical situation is absolutely everything. And you saw in those two examples there, I was into the fray as fast as I possibly could be. In neither of those situations was I screwed over by my sullen attempt to climb a railing instead of getting involved with the actual gunfire. And I'm going to finish this off by showing you another really, really important look at how quickly I'm moving around the map here, right? I never get caught up jumping because I've separated the buttons. I'm always either jumping or climbing and never doing both at the same time. If I want to climb, I'm going to climb. Watch this next move as I hear that there's people to my east. Watch this jump. Jump. Now, I'm going to show you that again because that is absolutely what I'm talking about. The game allows me to move so quickly and jump and get to a really bizarre area where he's not expecting to see me there. Like, that is a crazy angle. He's just been up top overlooking that courtyard, and now the next thing he knows, I'm standing on a wall, jumping off it and shooting him. And we get the clear and we win that game. We end up going on and winning this game. And a huge part of it is those passages of play there where you saw me moving around completely freely without being paused by the climb animation and without putting myself in harm's way. Basically performing as well as I possibly can. Movement is everything. Setting up your controls, your sensitivity. If you haven't done those, that's... I mean, in a game where 10% is the difference between winning and losing, like 10% hit point pool is the difference between winning and losing, being 10% better at your movement is going to help you. That's a quantitative number. It's something that you can really put towards a win streak. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the content. And as always, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.